Shalom, everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I've been asked to speak about the meeting between Trump and Putin next Friday, and like what I think about it. In the appearance, it sounds like a good thing. Like supposedly, Trump is trying to make Russia agree for peace. But I'm very sure that Putin will not join a meeting unless he is going to have 100% winning. Trump, he don't care really. This is not USA. He will volunteer to give all of Ukraine to Russia if that will make Putin agree with him. Trump, he is desperate, I noticed, to call himself like the peacemaker. Like we saw last week, he brought the Azerbaijani president and the Armenian president, and they signed a peace agreement. But this is not the first time. He himself, he invited them just a few years ago, and he did the same thing. It's just a piece of paper. So he have an obsession with being like someone he can fix things. He want to give himself a reputation of a fixer. But in reality, he did not fix anything. The war in Armenia, when he invited them, when he was a president previously, in fact, 2 weeks after, they even started killing Armenian more. And he did not support the Armenian. And now he is doing the same. He forced the Armenian to come and shake hands even after all the humility they face. And the stupid Armenian prime minister, he was shaking hands with the one who killed his people, and he was laughing. So all the blood of those people who died and the land he lost equal to nothing. So leadership is not a person who is in a job. Leadership is a person who is a real leader. Trump, he is willing to throw everybody under the bus just to accomplish something. It's called Trump era. So he will make a speech, and then you will see. Putin, he will say, no problem. I will stop war right now. Let the Ukrainian give me the acknowledge the land I took is our land. But this is what he said from the first day. So what this meeting is about. So Trump now, he will say, oh, the Ukrainian, they refuse to have peace. How in the world they want to give their land? First of all, the Ukrainian president, he have no right to sign a deal. It says you can take our land. It's even against international law. Because the borders of Ukraine, forget about you support whom. I study law and I have a law degree. Doesn't matter who support who. This land belongs to Ukraine. You can argue this is one that used to be the land of Russia if you wish, no problem. But we know that Putin himself, he signed an agreement just a few years ago with the Ukrainian and the Russian. They have embassy in Ukraine, which means they acknowledge the borders and never complain about it. They start the complaint only when they notice that the president or the government of Ukraine are not under their control. So as long as the puppy there is our puppy, is fine. And this is the same American, they do the same. Saddam Hussein, when he is their puppy, he's a good guy. Saddam Hussein, when he's not, he's a bad guy. Osama bin Laden himself, he is supported, is sponsored by USA. So when he is their puppy biting the Soviet Union, he's a good guy, he's a hero. In fact, they publish a newspaper, you can search it, all over USA about a hero who left his hometown to fight for freedom. Suddenly Osama bin Laden is a freedom fighter. John McCain, he went to Syria, he joined the terrorists, and they asked him, they were shouting around you, Allahu Akbar. He said, what's wrong with that? Allahu Akbar means God is great. So Allahu Akbar is a terrorist shouting when they want. Allahu Akbar is God is great when they want. So American, Russian, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when you are a weak country, they will throw you under the bus. And this is now the situation of Ukraine. Trump is negotiating with Putin without even Ukrainian opinion. And the funny is that Putin, he claimed that he is going to negotiate with Trump about a land he considered his land, but he's going to meet with the Trump in Alaska. But this is literally a Russian land, literally, which is sold previously for $6 million. Look how cheap, but for sure at that time, $6 million was a lot of money. But he never opened his mouth. He don't dare to open his mouth, say this is our land. And you know, Alaska is very, very rich land with minerals, oil, gas, you name it. Seafoods, you name it. I mean, it's a very wood, all kind of things. Massive land. But Putin, he don't dare to ask for Alaska. Why? Because America is strong. If America one day become weak, and at that time, Russia is strong, it's going to take the Russian maybe half day to take it and, put it back. So Trump now is meeting with the Putin president. Did he even meet with the Ukrainian first to discuss with them? J.D. Vance, he said, we are done funding the war in Ukraine. And that is one of the lies, they say to you, that they were funding the war. What they do, let me show you how it works. I will give you money in your right hand, and I will take it from you in the left hand. To make it simple, we will give you $100 million this month. However, you have to spend it by buying weapons from us. So the money came back right away to America. And then after that, we forced them to give us 50% of their minerals, which is Ukraine, the estimate of the mineral they have is $6 trillion. So we gave them $300 billion, and now we will take $3 trillion. And J.D. Vance is saying we are done funding. But because there is nothing more to steal from Ukraine, he is saying we are done funding. Remember, I vote for Trump, and I like many things he done, I'm not against him in many things. But when it's come to abroad, like look what he is doing in Syria. He is sponsoring literally Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda, this guy who was wanted, the so-called president, is wanted by USA by Trump himself. In the time of Trump, they put $10 million in the head of the so-called president of Syria right now. He shake hands with them. He left all the sanctions. I mean, what are you doing? And we saw what this guy is doing. This guy is killing the old kind of minority, Christians, Alevi, Druze. For what? What did Trump he want? Even the Israeli, they told him, don't do it. He don't care. He have a dream. His American partners, businessmen, they told him we want the minerals of Syria. We want the phosphate. We want the oil. We want the gas. They have many things. Let us take it before the Russian take it. So he throw all the Syria under the bus. Christians, non-Christian, who care? And now he will meet with Putin. And Putin says, see, look, listen carefully. I agree to cease fire immediately if Zelensky agree to give me the land I stole. And Zelensky would say, no way, over my dead body. I cannot do that. I prefer to resign before I can give you the land. This is not my land anyway. I'm just a president. Imagine today, Trump, he gave Putin a piece of America. Do Americans agree? They will impeach him. And that agreement will not be valid. So this meeting will be for the benefit of Putin 100%. And now after the meeting will fail, as a result, mostly as I think, because I know Putin will never, why I want to give a land, he took it by force. He lost, numbers are different. Some they say 700, some they say 900,000, we don't know. Now for sure always there is exaggeration in the news. Both sides, Ukrainian and Russian, they lie about the casualty of each one of them. So we do not know, but for sure he paid a very high price for his invasion. Why want to give it for free? You have to give him something. And for the guy, he won the land. So what the purpose really of Trump meeting Putin? I have no idea. All what I know that Putin now will look like he's a good guy, and the Ukrainian will look like a bad people, and Trump will look like a fool. The only way for Trump to be a successful person, if he is firm with Putin, says, listen, we don't want you to give the land, but they will not give you the land, which means they will not acknowledge you took the land, but you took a ceasefire. By force, you have what you have. They will agree to ceasefire. Mostly Putin will not agree unless Trump, he says to him something like, okay, you know what, I will lift sanctions from you. I will do this. He have to give him something. Putin is a smart person. He made a big mistake by this invasion. But we cannot compare Putin to Trump or to the American. Americans are very dumb. They think everything is under their control. This guy, he knew how to play. American, they have no idea what they are doing. And history repeats itself. Look at everybody they supported. Every project they took over failed abroad. They supported Al-Qaeda. They promoted terrorism by supporting the Islamists, because they thought they can fight communists. It's like bringing, the cartoon, like the elephant, he ran away from the mice. So they brought a snake to make the elephant run, and now they have infestations of snakes. They allow the Iranian regime to establish. They allow it. They did not support the king when those Islamists, they were making so-called revolution. They can't do it at that time. They left the king alone. They betray him, actually. And Saddam Hussein, the same. 8 years of war with Iran. They fueled the war. Saddam Hussein became stronger. American, they got upset. He is a threat now for the oil and the money of Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Bahrain. So it's time to take him down. So the USA and the CIA, they fabricated a report that Saddam Hussein, he have nukes. He's going to use it. So they attacked Saddam Hussein. They took Saddam Hussein, and again, the same stupid mistake. They took Saddam Hussein, they replaced Saddam Hussein with Shia terrorists. And since then, Iraq is controlled by the Shia terrorists. The same in Syria. Oh, the Assad regime is a proxy for Iran. Let us support the terrorists against him. They did. Obama gave $650 million cash to the terrorists in Syria, specifically Al-Qaeda. So each time they put their finger in something, when they are cooking, they burn it. And let us see, I hope I'm wrong about Trump meeting with Putin. I pray I'm wrong. Not only I hope. Seriously, I pray that he will be able to succeed to make this war stop. But I know what Putin he want. He want the land, and those people, the president of Ukraine cannot give the land. It's not up to him. Nobody can do that. Nobody will bring shame to his name. In the same time, he have no right. Imagine California is taken away from Mexico. Mexico attack. Mexico take back California, and even Texas, or etc., Arizona. And then Trump, he says, okay, I will give you Texas. America will go crazy. They will impeach him. So Trump is negotiating in the name of who? Nobody knows. However, we don't know what is behind the scene. Maybe he discussed already with Zelensky. Maybe they have some agreement. Maybe. But based on my knowledge about what they did to Zelensky last time, they were very rude, very trashy, especially this GD Vance was very stupid, questioning him about why not wearing a suit. But when they mirrored the Prince of Qatar wearing flip-flop, they didn't ask him why you are wearing flip-flop. All their friends, all their Arab friends, they don't wear a suit. Why the guy need to wear a suit? What does this have to do with him being a president? When Trump, he met with the North Korea president, he was wearing a suit with a tie. This guy never wear a suit all his life. He wear a traditional clothing of his country. So I am not expecting too much, except that this Putin is very sneaky, very smart. He will use this meeting in order to accomplish victory. Trump will be his proxy. Trump will be like his toy to get into the pants of every European. So he could not, Putin, he could not break the line between the unity between European, even though he got some countries they don't want to support Ukraine no more, like Poland and Hungary. But the majority, the most important countries in the defense, they support Ukraine still. So he could not break that line. And he is hoping now that if we can make America join us, Ukraine is left alone. At least America, they will not do anything. However, I think still Trump, he have to sell weapon to Ukraine because it's making money for him. It's not because he loves Ukraine. You know, money is coming from Europe. The European, they are paying for it. We will see. And again, I hope, I pray from my heart that I'm wrong, that this meeting will accomplish peace. And I hope that Trump is not going to be negotiating without authority from the Ukrainian. He will not be just a big boy, big bear, who have, Putin to play with him with his, like left and right. We cannot compare the intelligence of this KGB guy, sneaky guy, to any of those in the office in America. Trump is a businessman. He built concrete, he built buildings, he make money, he invest, he trade. Putin is a criminal, is a killer, is a KGB, is not even CIA. Those, to be in the KGB in the time of the Soviet Union, you have to pass a very high IQ. They don't hire just somebody because he have a degree in whatever, culture or politics. No. They hire people for different reasons. In America, since they have what they call it the ADI, just because you are from certain group or Asian or black or etc. It's not about it's just about politically correct. Soviet Union don't have that. You have to be the top notch between many who apply. So this sneaky guy, he knew how to penetrate. And I can tell you from now, the meeting will not be for the benefit of America, and neither for the benefit of Ukraine. Is going to be 100% for the benefit of Putin. This guy, he knew what he's doing. However, I hope that they might be able to reach an agreement in something acceptable by all parties. But based on what I know about Putin will accept only to compromise only if his situation is bad. Like now, because of Trump, he put sanctions in India to 50%. But what about China? Why Trump, he did not put the same sanctions on China or Russia? So now Putin, he can sell it. He can sell it to North Korea. North Korea will give it to everybody. I mean, that's funny, you know what I mean? Like, I buy it from you, I buy it from him, I sell it to you. So there is many ways to get away with those stupid sanctions. They fail. They always fail. They put sanctions in Iran, they did not work. The only one the sanctions work on, it was Syria. Because they have war, and they have sanctions, and they have no income, which is the oil. Because the Kurdish in the north of Syria, they control the oil totally. So now the government in Syria, they have no income whatsoever. Otherwise, always the black market for oil working. Turkey is #1 buyer from Syria. Even from ISIS, Turkey bought a lot of oil. The Turkish Erdogan used to buy the oil from ISIS for $5 a barrel. Five. You know what five? Five. So cheap. When it was 65. So in fact, the war in Syria was, great benefit to Turkey. All the oil of Syria was smuggled in under the eyes of USA, and yet there is sanctions in Syria. So, and there is sanctions in ISIS supposedly, right? But as long as the one is buying is Erdogan, not only he took the oil of Syria, he took every ancient stone, idols, statues, art, billions and billions of art worth of money, especially his son-in-law. So sanctions, it will hurt India, I can say. That's why I said before, India is screwed. But Russia will get away with it. Putin is a smart man. And the only stupid mistake he made when he invaded Ukraine, and I'm sure if he knew that this war will be 3 years war, he will never go for it. If he knew the future. Many of us, if we know what will happen tomorrow if we do this and that, we will not do it. We will not. But we don't know the future. And that goes for anything. Even your marriage. If you know that this woman, she will not be good, or this man will not be good, you will not marry him or her. So he made a big mistake. He wanted to get away from it or out of it, but he have a limitation, because even in front of his country, even though he's a dictator, how he can explain to his people that after 3 years of war, losing almost 1 million young men, I give the land back? He cannot. Zelensky is the same. After all the fighters we lost defending our land, give our land to him? We can't. So the only compromise I see, that they cease fire and forget about it. Which means time change everything. Maybe in the future, the Russian, they will have another president, he compromise with the Ukraine, and they come to an agreement. Like, you know what, this is a territory here where the majority are Russian, we will keep it, and this is territory, the majority of Ukrainian, you take it. It have to be done by compromise. Otherwise, war with Russia, victory can happen, but it's going to be very exhausting. Already the Ukrainians are very exhausted. They are outnumbered, So we hope, but I don't think that this meeting is going to be for the benefit of Ukraine. I think Putin, in Arabic, when I look at him, I call him Nims. I don't know what the word Nims in English. The Nims is an animal who steals chicken, So he come at night, he's very sneaky. Like you put bars, you put wires around your chicken, still he will be able to find a way to get in and eat your chicken. That is Putin. Trump, we cannot compare him to Putin. In no way, in no mean. Trump is a businessman. And I appreciate Trump. He did many good things inside USA. Many good things. I'm really grateful that he won the election. And remember, when I speak now about, like, I don't like what Trump doing, doesn't mean I don't like the guy and I am against him. But his abroad politics, most of it is shish kebab, is hummus, is potato, is very dummy. And Friday is coming. And just wait. Compare between the video I said and what will happen next Friday. Are they going to reach agreement? You will see right away everybody starts saying, especially Fox News, this filthy Zelensky, he don't want peace. Putin agree for peace. He refused to give the land. He have to compromise. Why you don't compromise yourself? Give him Alaska so we can have peace forever. You know, we just changed the name of the ocean to the Gulf of America. It was the Gulf of Mexico just a few months ago. Huh? They will ask everybody to compromise, but not me. Everybody cry, but not me. Everybody die, but not me. But not me. So, this is my opinion. Let us see what will happen on Friday. And again, I pray that I am wrong and Trump will be able to accomplish something. Pray with me. Please pray with me that I'm wrong. And he will be able to cease fire. I really, 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 I want that to happen because two Christian nations are killing each other. Very evil war. No winner in this war. No winner. But I cannot blame the Ukrainian. The invader is the one to blame. There's no question of that. Thank you all for this, for listening. Leave your comment. And again, you don't have to agree. And this is your brother Christian Prince, who has given you his opinion as is requested. God is good. So is Jesus. See ya.